Steele here with our weekly betting advice video. And the concept that I want to deal with this week is a comparison that's often drawn between sports betting / investing, and compare that to the stock market and how the two are somewhat interrelated and also very different. Also, some of the characteristics common to be successful in either one of those endeavors deals with patience and discipline, and I also want to cover that off in this particular video as well. We will draw the comparisons between the stock market and sports betting. There's many reasons why, in my opinion, obviously the sports betting is superior to a stock market vehicle. The biggest reason, in my opinion, is that it's an equal playing field for everyone. First, I want to quote you a very successful Wall Street investor, and his comment has to do with the patience and discipline issue. His comment goes like this: after making and losing millions of dollars, I want to tell you that it was never my thinking that made the big money for me. It was always my sitting. And the way I interpret this quote deals with patience and discipline. Again, it is a matter of waiting for your opportunities, and as it relates to sports betting, obviously that means searching for value. What happens with some people? They want action, so they force bets. They look for something to bet on. They come up with some reasons to justify having an opinion on or about a game that, when you look at the line and compare it to what it should be, there is absolutely no value. So you may win that one particular event, but long term, you're never going to end up making money when you're betting into games that simply have no value. In a game, even when you do have value, it's never just one-sided. There's always risk factors that are on the other side that, even once you have fine value, that will end up, being things that you're going to be worried about when you do choose a particular side. And keep in mind, just like in the stock market, when you buy something, someone's obviously selling. Well, in sports betting, just because you consider yourself sharp and you found value on Team A, there's going to be other people on the side of the equation that have found value on Team B. What you want to have happen is obviously be on the right side more than the wrong side. Wait, watch for those opportunities, and you'll find that value will present themselves day in, day out. Over time, you will end up making money. What the difficulty is when I'm dealing with a new sports bettor is to try and show them why it's actually more profitable, more advantageous to strive for 54% winners rather than 90% winners. Obviously, the latter is unrealistic, but there's also other reasons that we will cover today and in the future that, while you'll find why the 54% is more lucrative. Now, keep in mind as well, obviously with sports betting, there's no time clock, no boss, no employees, no customers, no daily commute. Especially with today's technology, you could literally do this anywhere that you wish. Now, when you're dealing with the stock market, here's the difficulty with the stock market, because in sports betting, we all deal with the same information. There's no such thing as insider information, especially again with the internet and today's technology. So in sports betting, we're all playing with an equal playing field. How we interpret this information and find value determines what our success is. With the stock market, with corporate insider trading, with people always finding information out prior to you, if you're on the peripheral, by the time it is due for you to react and to sell a stock, most people have already reacted and done so. And so your information that you have is a little late. And it seems that your destiny is somewhat out of your control as to how successful you can possibly be. With the stock market, you try and leverage your money. The best you can hope for is 50%. With sports, remember, you're not up against the so-called experts on Wall Street. You're up against the public who are also determining what the value is and the information that is available. Generally speaking, many people within this environment are amazingly uninformed. They bet with intuition, emotion, or because, again, a game is on TV. With sports, you get to churn your bankroll over and over and over again. With our sports, we make an investment. It lasts about 3 hours. We either lose 100% of that investment or we win 93% of our investment. Of course, with stocks, the time invested obviously varies, and you can make or lose 5, 25, or 100%. Who knows really, until you end up liquidating that particular investment. Now, let's do a little math as we wrap up this particular video. It doesn't matter whether this is over the course of the year, but the math works regardless of the time span. A full-time professional sports bettor will have over 1,200 opinions over the course of a calendar year, generally speaking. At 54% winners, over 1,200 plays, a bettor would have 648 winners, 552 losers. Even taking into account the juice, this would represent a profit of 68 units, regardless of the time span after you have generated those 1,200 opinions. Now, so you will see that even at 54%, you're making money. If you try and strive for 90%, you're going to be eliminating too much of the volume and too many of the winners, and you simply can't get to anything close approaching that win percentage anyway. Now, so I hope I've been able to stress for you some of the characteristics on why I, in my biased opinion, obviously feel that sports betting is far superior to other investment vehicles, especially the stock market. A lot of it has to deal with our opposition, which is the public, and also obviously about obtaining and analyzing information. Now, keep in mind as well, sports betting is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a grind day in, day out. It's not something that is overly easy. It takes time and a lot of learning. There's a million ways to fail. I'll cover many of those as we continue through these betting advice videos. But sports betting as well is an excellent way to make a living. It's a wonderful lifestyle, but you have to address it as any other conventional business. Take it seriously and work hard on it. It's not some type of thrill ride. However, if you do have those characteristics, especially patience and discipline, it's one, in my opinion, of the best professions in the world. So that's our betting advice video for this week. Stay tuned as we cover another topic next week. However, if you'd like to find out what my official bets are for today, or for any other day for that matter, you simply have to download my app. It's available in the Apple iTunes Store and also the Android Google Play Store. You can find the links to download my app on my homepage. The address of the website is pshltd.com. In addition, I would encourage you to follow me across social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. My handle is @RickSteele99. This is going to give you all the latest sports betting news in a timely fashion, and also alert you every time throughout the day that I update the app with new picks. In addition, feel free to comment, ask any questions, like any of my videos here on my channel. However, most importantly, I hope that you find these videos to be helpful. And on that note, I would appreciate if you could support my channel by simply clicking on the subscribe button. I thank you in advance for your support.